As elusive and mysterious as Bigfoot is not known to invade one's home or cause dreaded sleep paralysis. Many times those who have encountered this entity find it walking in the woods minding its own business, but there are entities or cryptids that have been known to cause real harm and inflict real terror. This list, I am going to look at 5 cryptids more terrifying than Bigfoot. Coming in at number 5 on this list, encounters with black-eyed children. Tales of black-eyed children began appearing on online forums in the late 90s, with many saying the children approach quietly yet forcefully. They insist on coming inside your home to use your telephone, or perhaps get a drink of water. For some reason, these children frighten you, and as your hand reaches to open the door, you see why. Their eyes are black, no iris, no whites, just an empty, soulless void. Those who have encountered black-eyed children always state they are dressed outside their time period in old-fashioned clothing. Polite and childlike when they approach your car or your home asking to be let inside. One look at this creature's jet black eyes will have many rejecting their offer out of fear. Soon as you deny them entry, they instantly become ferocious, punching, scratching, and kicking at your door, demanding to be let in. The fear one has as this is taking place is indescribable, until they get enough courage to drive off or walk away. There are many explanations as to what these black-eyed children actually are, from alien-human hybrids, demon-possessed children, to crypto-terrestrials. Regardless of their origin, one thing is for certain, they are absolutely terrifying. You may or may not have heard of number 4 being an actual cryptid, but one point in your life you have drawn them. The Black Stick Men are enigmatic entities that are one of the more fairly recent of cryptid sightings. However, they are linked to ancient beings depicted in some cave drawings, which some groups believe are signs of ancient aliens. Black Stick Men are humanoid beings that resemble stick figure drawings. In addition, Black Stick Men lack any facial features, whether it be eyes, a nose, or a mouth. They are also said to vary in height, with some ranging of that of a normal human to several feet in length. What is especially peculiar about these creatures is how they appear to be entirely two-dimensional. There is no definite confirmation that the Black Stick Men are related to the Shadow People phenomenon, and while there are no confirmed attacks on witnesses by Black Stick Men, many have reported feeling of aggression or agitation from the encounter. It is plausible that these creatures emit negative energy from them or may feed on negative energy. If a Black Stick Man is discovered, it would create movement that mesmerizes the eyewitness. Many people have claimed to have seen these beings whenever they felt extreme fatigue or were tense. Theory has it is that these Black Stick Men live in another dimension, perhaps even a 2D dimension. Coming in at number 3 are Shadow People, are a mysterious and recurring feature in folklore, paranormal, and cryptid research. They have also entered the public imagination and are frequently employed in popular culture across many media. The general idea of Shadow People concerns their malevolent ghost-like presence that is often felt or seen at the corner of one's eye. Appearing as large and terrifying shadows, these creatures may stalk a victim or stay in hiding, but they almost always surround each and every visit with an aura that causes victims to become extremely paranoid, scared, delirious, or even paralyzed. Shadow people have existed in all cultures since prehistoric times. Many ghosts and demons in folklore share striking similarities to that of shadow people, being tall, shadowy, and vaguely humanoid specters whose presence brings an unshakable feeling of doom, dread, or despair on any unfortunate people who stray in their path. Often, these creatures were seen as harbingers for great destruction or ruin, such as the death of those who encountered them, the failing of harvest, the coming of plague, or even in some cases, the arrival of a natural disaster, such as a flood or an earthquake. The more famous of these shadow people happen to be the entity known as the Hat Man, which is more related to sleep paralysis. The Hat Man phenomenon, in which witnesses report seeing a shadowy entity dressed in an old top hat in some occasions, and on others with a fedora. Unlike a ghost, who might have visible facial features, the Hat Man is a shadow in the dark in its entirety, with no details, only the shadow. However, it is not always reported to be harmless. The Hat Man has sometimes been mentioned as a distinct entity, and many times witnesses report that they feel utter terror upon seeing it. In most accounts, he's also eerily quiet. He doesn't touch you, try to attack you, or sit on your chest like other sleep paralysis demons are known to do. He often just stands in a corner of a room, watching you. Sometimes he hovers over your chest, examining you closely as you're paralyzed. There happens to be a photo circulating the internet of the Hat Man. 3 ladies are standing in front of a home posing for a camera. Unbeknownst to them, right behind them is the Hat Man. It does indeed appear that his hand is placed on the lady's shoulder to the left. 3 days later, this lady's life would tragically come to an end in a horrible automobile crash. Whatever this Hat Man is, and whoever these shadow people are, they are definitely not messengers for good. This next cryptid is associated with widespread disaster. Coming in at number 2 is the Moth Man. The Moth Man is a legendary creature that strongly resembles an owl and was reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area of West Virginia from approximately November 1966 through December 1967. Dozens of people reported sightings of a huge, semi-human winged creature with glowing red eyes in and around Point Pleasant. Standing between 6.5 and 7 feet tall and with a wingspan of nearly 10 feet, this shadowy creature was reportedly able to fly great distances at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. All who have encountered this menacing creature were terrified by their experience. In the local media, the giant winged beast became known as the Moth Man. Legend has it that a cluster of ominous Mothman sightings of 1966 and 1967 were actually a dark omen predicting a horrific disaster. On December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge connecting Point Pleasant with Chattanooga, Ohio, collapsed into the frigid waters of the Ohio River during heavy rush hour traffic, ending the lives of 46 people. Oddly enough, sightings of the Mothman ceased soon after the tragic collapse, making some believe that the Mothman is actually a prophet of doom. Coming in at number 1 is the terrifying, the horrifying Green Lady of Philadelphia. Mostly a tale told by the elderly in the Philadelphia area, their encounters with the Green Lady are absolutely fear-inducing. As you walk throughout certain parts of your home late at night, you may see a woman who is familiar, whether it be a mother, a sister, or even a daughter. Her back will always be turned towards you, and as you start to slowly approach this person, an ominous feeling will slowly start to creep its way throughout your body. You will notice something is off about this person that you are familiar with, because she is now missing an arm. And once the dread is at its peak, the female then turns around to reveal her true face, sometimes described to be a dotted outline of a woman, or sometimes described as a woman glowing green. She stares at you as if she is staring deep into your soul, revealing a smile with teeth that are sharp as razors. Once you do decide to run away from this entity, she does proceed to give chase. The only way to make her disappear and go away is to enter a room as quickly as you can and close the door on her. It truly is unknown what happens to a person that she finally captures, but those who have encountered her and gone away from her have seen weird, mysterious scratches and bruises on their back and legs. Just the thought of what she might do to you once she grabs a hold of you places her at number 1 of cryptids scarier than Bigfoot. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.